7 days and 7 nights. I haven't seen you for a while. You got me thinking, you got me lost in translation, I'm feeling gone. But for now, all I have to say is hello, goodbye. But for now, all I have to say is hello, goodbye.
Hey everyone, I'm here with my 2021 Alfa Romeo Stelvio, and I just want to do a quick review on these Michelin CrossClimate2 tires. So, full disclosure, these tires were provided to me by Michelin USA, so shout out to Michelin for providing me these to test for you guys today. Put them on a Discount Tire on my own dime, so shout out to Discount Tire for properly road force balancing these tires and making sure that they ride really smooth for my family, which I have here in the car with me. So just some initial driving impressions compared to the Pirelli Scorpion WeatherActive tires that I had on before I got these CrossClimate2s. First thing right off the bat is these are very smooth. I wouldn't call the ride soft, I would call the ride firm, but it does a really good job of controlling the bumps and the vibrations as they come through the cabin of the car. So I would say if you value like a very like sporty-ish ride, but also very controlled, very smooth, well-damped, firm feel, it's also smooth on smooth pavement, these CrossClimate2s are probably going to fit the bill pretty well for you. Another thing I noticed versus the half-worn Scorpion WeatherActives that I had on before is that these are definitely quieter, so not only smoother but quieter. Now that could be because as tires wear down in terms of tread, the overall noise level can start to increase within the cabin a little bit. So I'll have to compare once I get down to half tread life after 30-40,000 miles on these tires, but instantly feel like you get your money's worth in terms of ride, smoothness, quietness, right when you get these tires. And these are, you know, that's the one thing that you're paying for with Michelin is quality. So not only are they gonna give you good traction in snow and, you know, wet weather and even on dry pavement with these CrossClimate2s, you're also paying for that solid, substantial feel and something that's gonna hold up for a long period of time. So overall, I think that the quietness of this tire is not what I would call maybe class leading in terms of quietness, but it's nothing objectionable. It's something that is to me is a very worthwhile trade-off for the increase in traction that you get from the all-weather capability of this CrossClimate2. I also think that the steering response is just a little less sharp than the Pirelli Scorpion WeatherActive that I had before, but that may or may not be a pro or con depending on your preference for what type of driving you do. I do a lot of highway driving, so having a really quick on-center response is not necessarily a priority for my type of driving. But if you drive on a lot of twisty back roads, you know, suburban driving 40 to 55 miles per hour around town, you might prefer that little bit sharper steering response of the Pirelli tire. But I would say that you get just as much feedback through the wheel in terms of feeling the road while not being like overly communicative, but you have a sense of control, and you also get just a little bit of play on center to keep you tracking straight on the highway without having to make these minor little corrections, especially as you're going on curves at high speed on the highway. So that I find is to be a plus of these tires. And just overall, I would say that this just has a slightly more comfortable, controlled, solid feel versus the Pirellis. The Pirellis are really more like sport-oriented. They don't quite last as long according to Michelin's internal testing and Consumer Reports and Tire Rack in terms of the tread life. This will last you closer to, you know, anywhere from 65 to 85,000 miles based on internal testing and Consumer Reports, and you'll get about 10 to 15% less tread life on that Pirelli. So there's a little bit of a trade-off when it comes to both of these types of tires, but in my case, the Michelin is a very solid choice for the type of driving I do at higher speeds, like what I'm doing right now, over 60 miles an hour, mostly just Midwestern country roads or on the highway for long stretches for 30-40 miles. So that's my preference, but you know, if you guys have any different feelings about what you might prefer for your type of driving experience, please feel free to put those in the comments section below. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed this first impression video of the Michelin CrossClimate2. Thank you.